Hello, family. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy E with Dividend Passport. Guys, today is Saturday, January 24th. Can you believe January is already gone? We got one more week and the month will be completely over. I'm over here drinking some tea and trying to get this video done for you guys. You can see it's pretty hot over here, right? I'm kind of rubbing it in for you guys out there in the cold in the United States. Uh, I got that Florida weather over here without the beach, but it is nice. Um, Not a lot of sun, but it's sunny. Okay, guys, over here we're talking about financial independence, retire early. So if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell to make sure you get every video that come out. I do make videos on this channel every single day, and I'm gonna kind of rush through the income so we can get this over with, and I make this video pretty long because I do get long-winded sometimes. And guys, this is not financial advice. I'm only here to share my portfolio with you guys and encourage you guys who have not started investing to start your financial journey. Guys, I tell you this, and anybody else who is a dividend investor will tell you this is very, very addictive. Okay, guys, when I say very, very addictive, okay, once you start to put your money in there, this is better than having your money in the high yield savings account, right? Because once you start to put your money and you see that return coming back to you, guess what? You're just going to want to put in more money to make more money. Okay, guys? So, with that said, let's get down to business because business is booming. All right, guys, so this is my total portfolio value. What I actually have in there is about 36%, and using margins about 69%. Okay, so that's a lot, but you know what? I cannot complain because this is my kids' portfolio. This is the portfolio I use here to pay my kids' tuition, even though it's not doing nothing right now. But that's the goal anyway. Okay, so it's the goal is for this portfolio to take care of my kids' um, tuition. Okay, right now we just reinvested back into the portfolio. That's pretty much what we're doing. So I already did all this calculation and whatnot, but in order to speed up the process and show you guys, we're gonna go through it this way. Let me bring my face back over here. I don't have to do that anymore. Okay, so you can see from a dividend perspective, right? This is what we got pending for next month. We don't need to look at that. We need to look at here, right? This next week. So when you look at from here, you see we have HOD pay us like $3.85, and then QDTE we got 22 cents. So if you see like this, that means I only have one share. One position means I get whatever it pays for that week, or maybe I got one and a half or one and a quarter, whatever. PLTR, PLTY, $6.88. Okay, so we can go down through this. It'll take a lot longer, but to speed up the whole process, right? For the dividend stop here to the 20th. I think the biggest amount we got in here came from W Pay, which was $74.77. So this is not bad, right? Getting $74.77 a week. I mean, it's low right now, but some people are getting higher than that. But still, it's not bad. Okay, so that means this portfolio right now is generating close to $500-600 a month for a $15,000 portfolio. Even though we're dealing with a lot of margins issues and stuff like that. But for this week, we have $99.06 in distributions in this portfolio for this week. Okay, so we can go to the cash management portfolio. Cash management portfolio, we're doing that from the 20th. So you can see it's not a lot of stuff came in this week. The biggest amount came from WPay, which is $46.68. We got PLTY, $1.79, and we got BLX, $2.55. I am going to sell out of this at some point, or maybe take the distributions from there and put it into something else. But this is down pretty much right now. Um, and you know what? We're gonna see what we do. Now I got one share of KYLD, and it's brought in 17 cents. So it pays about 15, 16, 17 cents per week. So I'm thinking about putting more money into this position here to see where we go. I might move the funds from BLX and put it into KYLD. And then I'm going to be adding a couple more positions into this portfolio also to get us where we need to be. So for this week, we got $55.66. Okay, 55.66. That's just the thumbnail from yesterday. 55.66 is what we got into that portfolio. Now, looking at our big boy portfolio, you can see there's not a lot of positions came in, but we got HOY $58. W pay $1,000. IYRI is a REIT. All right, it paid $4.59. So you can see here this HOOD. All right, so we're getting about $200 a week from this position. So I'm good. POTW, we're getting about $100 a week from this position. I am good. MSTW, we're getting about $200 a week from this position. I am good there. So, guys, we need to build on the other positions that pay on a weekly basis. I do have stuff that pay quarterly in this portfolio also. It's not everything I have that pay on a monthly basis or weekly basis. So I do have stuff that pay quarterly and stuff that pay monthly. So you see, some weeks I will have more stuff that pays, and some weeks I will have less. All right, because of the monthly and the weekly, they pay different time. But looking at this right here, right, you see, we just have to get, a couple of these positions up to where, um, we can get some decent income. Now, this BLX is about $5.77, but like I said, I want to transition out of this BLX into the KYLD, um, and see where that goes. I think with KYLD, I don't have to worry too much about NAV erosion, so I'm good there. But for now, guys, this is where we are in the portfolio. You can see, so this week we generated $1,271.98 in my big boy portfolio. Okay, so I mean we're getting closer to that $8,000 mark. We still got ways to go. That brings the total in this week to $1,426.70. So that's $1,426.70 in the portfolio, which will bring our total amount, right? Our total amount to $6,685.87 this month. Okay, so that's it right there. So this month, the total so far in January, $6,685.87. Now we still have another week to go. So if let's say we generate another $1,000, right? That will put us over $8,000. I was hoping we were going to be able to do 9,000 this month, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen because the distribution has been quite low this month. But you can see right here, this is what we got this week in the distributions into the portfolio. So, like I said, next month or the month after next, not next month, but the month after next, I will be adding some funds into my portfolios. Not a lot, somewhere between $10,000 to $15,000. Then I have to decide where maybe I put 5,000 in my girls portfolio, and then put another, 5,000 in my cash management portfolio. Then maybe put 10,000 in my big boy portfolio to where I can maybe put that money into maybe 2 or 3 positions that are going to generate anywhere from $25 a week, right? If I can put it in 2 or 3 positions that are going to generate $25 a week, that's extra $300 a month right there. Okay, so that's just my thought process to increase the income with very little money. Okay, and also decrease the risk. Okay, so guys, this is where we are right now. I hope you appreciate the transparency in this content, and me trying to encourage you guys. Okay, because you can say, "Oh man, Edwin, you're not making a lot of money." Yes, you say, "Oh Edwin, but you were making a lot of money last year. You're making $40,000 a month, $30,000 a month. Now you're down to barely making $7,000, $8,000 a month." Yes, because I de-risk my portfolio, and of course, I was using other people's money to bring in that money, and I decided to say, you know what? I didn't know I was going to be laid off from work, but I think I made the right decision because imagine me pulling this kind of money I'm pulling out of my portfolio every month, right? and having to deal with margins and margin call and all the other stuff. I think it was going to be too much stress. I know it's harder to see your own income go away, but it's harder to see you borrow money from somebody else and you're losing that money. I think that's even harder for me. I don't know about other people, but for me, it's even harder because you have to pay that money back. Okay, so with that said, like I said, I am making a lot of changes to my lifestyle, to my finance, to help me increase um, my income and also increase my distributions, but also to de-risk my portfolio even more, right? To cut it down even more. I think I'll be happy between 10%. If I can bring in an average between, I said 10 to 25% yield in that range, if I can have a sweet spot in there somewhere um, between 10 and 25%, and bring in the kind of money I'm bringing in now. Maybe I need to add a little bit more cash in there, maybe another 200,000 into my portfolio to bring in 8 or 9 to $10,000 a month, but safer, and not worry about NAV erosion. I think I'll be good. Okay, guys. So with that said, guys, I hope you guys are having an amazing Saturday out there in the cold. You guys see I'm wearing a tank top, right? I'm trying to rub it in because I'm in the good weather over here. And stay blessed, guys. I do love you guys, and I hope you guys share it some decent amount. If you post in the chat, in the comments, how much money you're bringing this week, and also, guys, please don't forget to post in our Discord. All right, if you haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord and post comments in the Discord, guys. Let's get this thing going. Let's help encourage other people that haven't yet started investing or scared or whatever to invest to get going. Okay, this is what we're here for, to encourage other people to get out there and I cannot say enough. There's so many crazy things going on right now. Five people getting laid off, being out of a job, and me included. Okay, so do what you have to do, but do it fast because you never know. Okay, guys. So have an amazing Saturday, like I say again, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. I don't know what we're gonna talk about tomorrow, but we're gonna talk about something interesting. Okay, like always. Stay blessed. Love you guys. Peace.